For this week's assignment for history, we're going to be talking about the Republic of Texas, early statehood, and the Mexican-American War. This first chart deals with the Republic of Texas, when Texas was a free and independent nation. Before we continue on the chart, I do want to bring up the issue of the word called annexation. Annexations is a term used during this time period because Texas was a free and independent nation. They were called the Republic of Texas. And there was the United States. So the question during this time period was, should this free and independent nation called Texas become part of the United States? So the word annexation means to become part of. Should Texas become part of the United States? During this time period, we had 3 presidents. The first one was Sam Houston. Sam Houston was president of Texas from 1836 to 1838 and 1841 to 1844. His Native American policy was he wanted peace with the Native Americans. His location of his capital was in Houston, and he was for annexation. And his money during this time period was he had limited government spending. The next president of Texas during this time was called Marabou Lamar. Marabou Lamar was president of Texas from 1838 to 1841. The Native American policy, he wanted the Native Americans to be removed from Texas. The location of his capital was in Austin. He was against annexation, and he increased the debt of Texas from $3.3 million to over $8 million that Texas owed in war debts. The next president was Anson Jones. Anson Jones was president of Texas from 1884 to 1846. His Native American policy, he wanted peace. He kept the capital of Texas in Austin. He was for annexation, and he reduced the spending. The next chart that we're going to look at is 2 questions that you have to answer right here. What were 2 reasons why Texas wanted to be annexed to the United States? So some people during that time wanted to become part of the United States, and some people in the Republic of Texas did not want to become part of the United States. So 2 reasons Texas wanted to be annexed by the United States. Number 1, protection against Mexico. And number 2, war debts would be paid. What were 2 reasons why the United States did not want to annex Texas? The United States did not want problems with Mexico, which had not recognized Texas independence, and the United States did not want to add another slave-holding state. Next, we're going to have a chart here, or a map rather. This map indicates how Texas, or how the United States grew during this time. We look over here. This here is our original 13 colonies, this area right here. And from here, the United States just moved westward, called the westward expansion. So let's go ahead and read these as we go along. 1819, we had the Florida Treaty. 1848, Webster-Ashburn Treaty. 1783, Treaty of Paris. Moving westward, 1803, the Louisiana Purchase. 1918, treaty which decided the 49th parallel. And here we have the 1845 Texas annexation, which they actually did become part of the United States. I want you to look at the map here, boys and girls. Look how it looks. This is not how Texas is today. 1846, the Oregon Treaty. 1848, the Mexican Cession. And 1853, the Gadsden Purchase. Which U.S. president favored Texas annexation? Okay, so during this time, Texas was a free and independent nation. James K. Polk wanted Texas to become part of the United States. Next section we have here is called Manifest Destiny. Manifest destiny was a term used that meant we were destined to move westward to attain all the land that was west of the original 13 colonies. This section here deals with manifest destiny and the US-Mexican War. Number 1, list 4 reasons why it took so long for the United States to annex Texas. US did not want any problems with Mexico. Texas had a large debt. Mexico refused to recognize Texas independence. Anti-slavery groups in the US did not want another slave state. Continuing on to the next page. Number 2, what event triggered the Mexican-American War? The Battle of Palo Alto near present-day Brownsville. The U.S. claimed the Rio Grande River as the boundary between Texas and Mexico claimed the Nueces River as the boundary. President Polk sent General Zachary Taylor to the disputed territory with thousands of soldiers. Fighting erupted, and there were losses on both sides. President Polk went to Congress asking for a declaration of war because American blood had been shed on American soil. Number 3, define manifest destiny. Manifest destiny is a belief that the United States was destined to stretch across the continent from coast to coast, Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. And boys and girls, there is a video that I did post that goes along with the Mexican-American War and manifest destiny. What was accomplished with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? Okay, so there was a treaty that was signed, and it was called the Guadalupe Hidalgo, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. And what was accomplished, meaning what happened? Number 1, Mexico officially recognizes Texas as part of the United States. Number 2, Mexico gave up all claims to all territory between the Nueces River and the Rio Grande. Number 3, U.S. got Mexican cession lands of California, New Mexico Territory, and the Utah Territory for $15 million. Number 5, Mexicans living in these lands were granted U.S. citizenship. Number 5, U.S. agreed to pay the $3.25 million in claims that U.S. citizens had against Mexico for war damages. And the last one, Compromise of 1850. What was the Compromise of 1850? Number 1, California became a free state. Number 2, slave trade is banned in Washington, D.C. 3, popular sovereignty would decide slavery in Utah and New Mexico territories. Number 4, Texas-New Mexico border is defined. Santa Fe will now belong to New Mexico. And number 5, Fugitive Slave Act is strengthened. I want you to use these notes here, and I want you to turn back to the first part of your packet, and this is what you will see. In this section right here, boys and girls, all you have to do is use this information that you see in the charts that I just read. If you notice this chart here, the Republic of Texas chart, is the exact same one that you see here. So your job is only to fill in the information. For example, we have Sam Houston, his date of presidency, his Native American policy, location of Texas capital, stand on annexation, and finances during their presidency. Then if you scroll down, you're going to see the map of the expansion of the United States. This one here is called the Manifest Destiny map. If you look at your chart here that we talked about earlier, we have an exact same picture. All you do is copy this and put it on the chart here. Continuing on, which U.S. president favored Texas annexation? Again, the answer, you may look at the charts that we just read and you will find the answer. Manifest Destiny and the U.S. and Mexican War. This right here, again, you will find all of these answers on the chart that we just did. All you have to do is look under Manifest Destiny and the U.S.-Mexican War. Number 1, list 4 reasons why it took so long for the United States to annex Texas. If you scroll to your paper, you will see here where it says list 4 reasons why it took so long for the United States to annex Texas. You just copy. So boys and girls, all you're doing is copying from the charts and tables that we just read, and you're filling in. Number 2, what event triggered the Mexican-American War? You will find that on your chart that we just read. Number 3, define manifest destiny. Number 4, what was accomplished with the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo? You will find that in your chart. And number 5, what were the Compromise of 1850, the parts? There's going to be 5 parts. Remember, they are listed in your chart down here. All of this is listed. Compromise of 1850, you notice there's 5 of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All you do is copy those in the box above. So this should not be a hard assignment. You are going to be flipping back and forth. Okay, boys and girls, I do want you to look at the videos that I uploaded. They do have many videos that talk about the Mexican-American War, Manifest Destiny, Sam Houston, the Republic of Texas. Please go back and forth on this paper from your chart to your answer sheets and watch my videos. Thank you.